Welcome to the CSU-Pueblo Summer Interview Series. I'm Sean Pooley, joined today by new CSU-Pueblo volleyball coach Jill Muhe. Jill, welcome to Pueblo.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here.
We're very excited to have you here. Now, for those people who haven't gotten the chance to read up on you, just tell us a quick history of your life before coming here.
All right. Well, I'm originally from California. I went to UC Davis, and that's where I played. And then I did 10 years on the AVP, which is our domestic pro beach circuit. And then I got into coaching from a volleyball standpoint. I've coached 6 years at the collegiate level, and I'm really excited to be here and getting to continue to do that here at Pueblo.
Well, we're very excited to have you here once again. Just what are some of your first impressions here of the city of Pueblo?
Well, the weather is gorgeous. I mean, it's a great, I was told that, 300 days of sunshine, and nobody's lied to me about that because I've just been real excited about the sunshine. I came directly from San Francisco, and there is a Twitter feed called Carl the Fog for San Francisco. So didn't get to see the sun quite as much as I've seen it in the last couple of months since I've been here, so that's been real exciting. Love the city. Love the community. The community support has been fantastic for both welcoming me into the community and just in general, if I can see, for the support for athletics. And so that's just fantastic and so exciting.
Excellent. You talk about some of those things, the 300 days of sunshine, obviously gorgeous day here. Was that one of the reasons that you were looking at coming here for, your next spot?
Well, it certainly didn't hurt. I was just looking for a really good fit from a standpoint for me. And it just really, when I walked onto campus during my interview here at Pueblo, I really felt at home. I really, really liked it. And it just felt very, very welcoming. And I was, it just felt right.
Well, that's always the case, that's always the case you're looking for. Absolutely. It was the same way for me when I first set foot on campus. So I know this campus just really seems to welcome people here. Now, obviously, you've had a chance to meet with some of your players that you're going to be coaching and the team you're taking over. What are your thoughts on them, and what are your expectations kind of going into this season?
Yeah, we were lucky to get a full spring practice cycle in, so that was very, very exciting and a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun getting to know the players, getting to know the athletes, type of thing like that, getting to see what our potential is. And they were really great. It's a tough situation. I personally went through a coaching change in the middle of my collegiate career as well, and it's difficult. And they were very, very open. They were open to trying new things. They were open to learning and listening and asking and doing what I was asking them to do. And that's really all you can ask for. And I was just so happy and so pleased with their attitude during spring. So I'm really excited moving into the fall.
Now, also, you're going to obviously get the chance to start recruiting your own class here. What are you looking for in the players that you're going to try and bring in?
Well, I think one of the things, again, I think it goes back to fit. And as I learn, the culture of CSU-Pueblo, and as I learn more about the RMAC and different things like that, it'll give me a better idea of exactly what type of player is going to fit and is going to excel here, both academically, athletically, and enjoy their time here, which is really, kind of the big things when it comes to collegiate athletics. So I think as I learn more about, where we're at and that type of stuff like that, I'll get a much better idea of what type of athlete we want to be bringing in.
Now, one of the things that really impressed me about your interview, or just reading your resume, is just kind of your understanding of like the emotional and health piece of it, emotional intelligence piece of it. Obviously, you know a lot more about that than I do. So talk a little bit about that and how you feel it impacts a team.
Well, my dissertation was actually for my doctorate was actually on emotional intelligence in college volleyball coaches. So it's obviously something that, I immersed myself in and tried to learn as much as I could during that process for that. And I think it's just amazing how much of an influence and how much of an effect that can have on building relationships just in general, whether it's coach to player, whether it's player to player, whether it's captain to teammate, that type of stuff like that. And I think sometimes we, as coaches, we get so caught up in the physical aspects of it and training our sport and working so hard to make ourselves better volleyball players that it becomes easy to forget that we want to grow as people too. And so that's one of the aspects that we try to stress is that process of of learning about ourselves and growing ourselves as people, because in the end it will make us better teammates, it will make us, you know, more successful as we go out into the real world, and it will in the end make us better volleyball players.
Well, it's certainly an exciting topic, one that I think a lot of people could definitely use a lot more education on. I know I certainly could too. Now, also going back and looking at your resume, it said that you were an athletic trainer for Disneyland for a year. I didn't know they had athletic trainers at Disneyland. What does an athletic trainer at Disneyland do?
Not a lot of people know that they have athletic trainers at Disneyland. Athletic training actually is in a lot of places where we don't necessarily think about. There are athletic trainers that work with all various types of performers, not just athletes. Dancers, there's athletic trainers that work with Cirque du Soleil, that type of thing like that. So as an athletic trainer at Disneyland, I worked with the performers. I worked with with the cast members who were going to be performing in the shows, and the cast members who were performing in the parades, cast members that were out, interacting with the guests, and then all of the stunt people and all of the crews and that type of stuff like that. So it was very much so behind the scenes, but it was definitely a rewarding experience, and it's one of the few jobs that I really, really at times I really look back on and go, huh, I was an athletic trainer at Disneyland. I don't know if there's a lot of people that can put that on their resume, so it's definitely one of the more interesting jobs I think I've ever had.